The sun had not risen yet when we found Papa Bello's yam barn burned to the ground. Smoke still curled into the morning air, and half of the village was already gathered there, whispering with wide eyes. That same morning, 3 goats were found dead by the river, and someone had stolen the chief's sacred staff. Everyone believed it was a curse, but Grandma just squinted at the ashes, rubbed her fingers together and said, it has started. None of us knew what it was, but that was the year everything changed. Our village, Ogute, was not rich, but we had good land and strong hands. The rains came when they were supposed to, and the soil fed us well. That year, though, nothing worked as it should. First, the rains came too early, and then they disappeared like a lazy hunter. The sun grew angry and refused to go down. Our maize dried up in the ground, and cassava roots turned to powder under the earth. Even the earth is tired, Mama said one morning, wiping sweat from her neck. It was the first time I saw Papa Bello cry. He had planted new yams with all the money he had. He said it would be his last big harvest before resting his knees, but the fire burned everything. I don't know who I offended, he kept saying. If it's the gods, let them just tell me. More strange things happened. Chickens stopped laying eggs. A group of boys swore they saw a woman with no feet dancing in the forest at night. People began to sleep with one eye open. No one trusted anyone. But Grandma, old Mama Udene, kept moving around with her small calabash and her bitter leaves. She would boil them, chew them, rub them on her knees, and even drink them like tea. Don't let her plant touch you, my cousin Tega whispered. That's what she uses to speak to spirits. We laughed, but a part of me believed it. Grandma always had a way of knowing things before they happened. Grandma's hut was at the edge of the village, near the old termite mound. Her compound smelled like palm oil, smoke, and leaves. She grew only one plant, bitter leaf. Not the sweet one the women used for soup. Number, this one was rough, dark, and strong-smelling. She called it Onugbu Ocha. This one no be for soup, she told me one day when I helped her pluck the leaves. It's for waking things up. What things? I asked. She just smiled. Things that are sleeping and shouldn't be. People laughed at her. Some said she was just a stubborn old woman who refused to die. But when the goats started vanishing and the water in the stream turned sour for 2 days, they began to greet her with more respect. Then one afternoon, Mama's farm was hit. We went there to check the cassava, and what we found made Mama drop to her knees. All the stalks had been chopped in half, not pulled out or eaten, just destroyed. On the biggest stalk, there was something drawn with mud. A strange sign like a spiral with a dot in the middle. What kind of wickedness is this? Mama cried. That night, Grandma called a meeting in her hut. Only a few of us came. Mama, me, Uncle Egu, and 3 other farmers. She made us sit in a circle and listen. There is someone among us who has angered the land, Grandma said. The signs are clear. It is not just the sky. Something else is happening. Uncle Ego laughed. Mama Udene, are you saying someone is doing juju? Grandma didn't laugh. I'm saying someone opened a door they cannot close, she said, plucking a leaf from her bitter plant. And now we must use what the land gave us to block it. Grandma gave each of us 3 fresh bitter leaves. Put this in your farm corners. Don't ask questions. Some of us rolled our eyes, but we obeyed. What else could we do? All other solutions had failed. Fertilizer, prayers, even the chief sacrifice of a white chicken, nothing helped. But the day after we placed the bitter leaves, something strange happened. We found footprints, human ones, bare feet, small, running across Mama's farm. They started near the cassava but disappeared just before the bitter leaves. Is it a child? I asked. Grandma looked closely. Not a child. Something pretending to be one. From that day we started seeing more signs. Carved sticks with feathers, dead lizards arranged in circles, and small holes dug at night. But then something even stranger happened. The farms where the bitter leaves were planted started coming back to life. Slowly. First, one cassava leaf turned green, then maize started sprouting again. We didn't understand it, but we didn't complain. Others began to beg Grandma for the leaves. She said, the plant works if your heart is clean. Then the twist came. It was Uncle Ego. One night, Tega and I followed him out of curiosity. He always acted nervous when Grandma talked about the one who opened the door. We saw him walk into the forest with a black pot. He placed it under a tree and started speaking. "Great one, I did what you asked. Give me more power. Give me more land." I almost choked. So it was true. Someone had made a deal with something. We ran back and told Grandma. She just nodded like she already knew. The land is not punishing us. It's trying to defend itself. She called a village meeting. Everyone came, tired, hungry, scared. Grandma stood with her beta plant in one hand and looked around. "I warned you," she said. "The land can give and the land can take." Then she pointed at Uncle Ego. "He has been feeding the forest spirits with your suffering. He offered his own blood, and they gave him fire to burn others." Everyone gasped. Uncle Ego ran, but not far. The villagers caught him and dragged him to the chief's hut. He confessed, crying, "I just wanted more land. I didn't know it would get out of hand." The chief banished him. Grandma went to the tree where he had made his promises and planted the bitter leaf there herself. She mixed its sap with charcoal and spread it in a circle. "Now we wait," she said. By the time the next moon rose, the land started healing. Rain came, steady, soft, sweet-smelling. Crops grew as if the earth was apologizing for the delay. People began to smile again. Even Papa Bello, who thought he had lost everything, saw his second planting rise tall and strong. That harvest, we danced. Drums beat until morning. People laughed again. And the food, oh, there was more than enough. Grandma sat in front of her hut, chewing bitter leaf like kola nut. People stopped calling her mad. Some even bowed before her. She didn't care. She just kept saying, "Sometimes the cure is more bitter than the sickness." One morning, I woke up and found Grandma's bitter plant gone, uprooted. Only dry soil remained. No one had touched it. But next to the empty spot, someone had drawn that same spiral with a dot symbol again. I stared at it, heart thumping. The plant was gone, but the trouble was not. "Grandma?" I whispered. "Has it started again?" She only looked up from where she sat and said, "Then it means it is your turn now." Greed makes people do dangerous things, but nature always fights back. What we take from the land, we must also give back. And sometimes the simplest things like bitter leaves hold the greatest power when used with wisdom and a clean heart.